winning and living and loving and leaving the world behind. Writing and reading and always believing that life's still fine. The class of 74.
I've no idea what the department wants me for, or why there's such a panic about it.
Or could it be anything to do with the accident in the cave?
I doubt the police reports are in yet. I've already spoken to the minister. They may want me to go over it again for the inquest, but why it should be at Glenford? Oh, well, we'll soon know.
Anyway, don't you worry about the debate. Censorship's a difficult subject, but I'll handle it.
I'm sure you will, Donald. I've got no worries there.
Mind you, we'll miss not having you in on it, but you might as well enjoy the trip to Glenford, whatever it's for.
I will.
See you tomorrow.
Three, up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3. Come on, keep it moving.
Still got the photo?
Do you think I'd tear it up?
Oh, no, but I thought
Relax, it's in safe hands.
Is Sue still gaming it?
Yeah.
Down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. All right, everyone, relax. You two old men having trouble?
Oh, I think I've done something to me back, Father.
I can guess what it was, dude.
You're back as well, Peter?
Oh, no, Father. With me, it's more a matter of the mental attitude.
Told you he was mental.
My mind's just not on this today, Father.
Oh, and what is your mind on today, Peter?
Censorship, Father. Looking forward to the debate this afternoon.
We believe you're heading the anti-censorship group, Father.
I may do.
We hear that you believe anything and everything should be allowed.
Then you heard wrong.
You want to know how you know about things that are censored, Father?
Barry, this is the middle of a PE period right now, so shall we leave it? Come on, we've wasted enough time. Back to your places. Are you all ready for Knees Bend?
How about going to the drive-in tonight, P? We could, you know.
Right, and down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3.
Come in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for Mr. Ogilvy.
Oh, I'm afraid you're going to have to settle for the deputy principal today, Mary. Mr. Ogilvy got an urgent telephone call from the department this morning and he's had to go over to Glenford for the day.
I see.
What did you want to talk to him about?
Well, I just wanted a word about this censorship debate this afternoon.
Ah, yes, he asked me to keep a close eye on the way things go. What particular aspect did you want to talk about?
Well, it's nothing specific, really. It's just that I hope it does some good, that's all.
Can't see it can do anything else. A good, healthy, open debate stimulates the kids' minds, keeps them off the latest pop singer or whatever it is.
I agree. If it's a debate on censorship in its broad sense. But I'm afraid it's just going to become an excuse for a whole lot of smart talk on a subject that I personally don't believe suitable for open discussion.
Now, you mean sexual permissiveness, pornography?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not children, Mary. They know more about things today than I could even dream about at their age.
They certainly do.
Come in.
Ah, good day to you, miss. Mr. Blair.
What can we do for you, Hamblin?
Oh, just a few words with Miss Danskin. I thought you'd like to know if I arranged for one of the lads to take the books out of the lassie in hospital.
To Julie? Ah, thank you, Mr. Hubbard.
He's going out during his lunch hour.
That's very kind of you to fix it up for me.
No trouble at all.
Or anything else?
No. I suppose you'll be working yourselves up with this debate thing on filth and permissivity?
I hardly think it's got anything to do with you, Hubbard, and the subject is censorship.
You can wrap it up in as many fancy words as you like. It's still filth to me.
All right, Hubbard, that's enough.
It's a crying shame. It used to be a school you could be proud of. But not now, not anymore. And to think you got a priest to do the devil's work.
John, you spare a minute? I've been hoping we could carry on the conversation we started the other day. You want to talk about something?
Yes, Father.
Well, let's make a definite time for today.
My last period this morning's free.
Good, then let's meet here. Oh, there are a few other things I want to talk to you about anyway.
My great future.
Let's leave it till this afternoon. How's the damage?
Better. Hi. It's your friendly neighbourhood Get Well on Wheel service.
What are you doing here?
It's really a big welcome, isn't it? What are you doing here? Actually, I've come in now to have my evil way of you whilst you're too weak to resist. That's better. Actually, I was coming past the hospital, so I thought I'd save old Hubbard a trip and bring you these books. This is Teach Yourself Brain Surgery and How to Survive in a Hospital on only $900 a day.
Oh, Craig. No, you're about the last person I would have expected.
I told you I was coming past this way. Sorry about Gary, who's a beaut bloke.
How are the others?
Oh, they're okay, but Joe's got a broken leg. Suppose I'd better go.
Going back to school?
Yeah. Can I come again?
Yes, I'd like that.
Great. Oh, I almost forgot. That's from the whole class.
Thank them for me, won't you?
Sure. I expect most of them will be coming to see you anyway. And me. Well, see you then.
Hello, Greg.
Hi.
You've been out. I saw you coming across the car park.
Yeah, I took some books across to Julie at the hospital.
Oh, how is she?
Fine. She said to thank everyone for the card.
Oh, yeah. Greg,
Hmm?
when we were at the camp, you said we might go to that film at the drive-in.
Yeah, I know I did, but look, I'll be busy tonight classifying these samples.
Maybe tomorrow night?
No, studying.
Closes the night after that.
Look, Nora, leave it, eh? Just don't push me, right?
Morning, Mr. Hubbard. Lovely day.
Aye.
Something wrong? Anything I can do to help?
I doubt it very much, Father Kennedy.
Father Kennedy, I really must have transgressed.
It's no laughing matter.
What is it?
You may well ask.
I am asking.
I'd rather not say.
Which doesn't get us very far, does it?
I prefer not to discuss the matter further.
Very well, if you feel that way, we won't. Although I would appreciate one thing. Just exactly what is it that you don't want to discuss?
That's between you and your conscience to decide, Father. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Olé.
Oh, hello, Paul.
They're nice.
Yes, they brighten up the staff room.
I just had an interesting chat with Hubbard.
What about?
I haven't the foggiest idea.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, by the way, have you decided if you'll lead in the debate?
I'm very tempted. It could be very worthwhile.
Oh, good. Then I'll put you down to oppose.
Now, just a minute. It's one thing me holding views on censorship, but expressing them openly in a classroom debate is something else.
I understand that.
Yes, but will the kids? They've already had a go at me about it in the gym. Right now, they regard me as a priest who defends permissiveness and immorality.
That's ridiculous, Paul.
Is it? Now I come to think of it. That's probably what old Hubbard was stirred up about.
But you're not defending immorality. The debate is about censorship. You're just putting a case for relaxing it. You said so yourself yesterday. You don't believe morality law should be imposed, but that adults can decide for themselves.
All right, you've talked me into it.
Oh, I haven't, have I?
No, of course not. Lord, I'd better get moving. I was supposed to be in the gym 5 minutes ago. Ah, John, sorry I'm late.
It's all right, Father. I wasn't doing anything.
What did your father say about these? Give you a bit of a hard time, did he?
No more than usual.
Is that what's troubling you? Problems at home? Look, John, you could have won that fight the other night with one hand tied behind your back if you'd wanted to. I believe you have the makings of a champion, but there's something in you that's holding you back.
Oh, yeah, there's something holding me back, all right.
Why not tell me what it is?
All right, I'll tell you. What the hell for? Why should I spend my life smashing some guy's face? What's the point? So that you feel good, or the class, or my father?
You don't want to fight.
That's right, I don't want to fight. It's the first time you or anyone's ever asked me what I wanted.
I'm sorry, John. I really am.
Come in.
Oh, your wife's here, Mr. Blair.
What?
Mrs. Blair.
Oh, yes, of course, I've forgotten. Please show her in, Hubbard.
Right away. Mrs. Blair.
Hello, morning, darling.
Hello. Darling.
You know I don't like you coming to the school.
Well, you don't like me coming anywhere where you're at.
If you're usually too drunk to stand up, it's hardly surprising, is it?
Have you ever asked yourself why I am?
I used to.
Not anymore, hmm?
Well, what do you want? Ogilvy's over at Glenford for the day and I'm busier than usual.
I wondered how you got into this office. I knew it couldn't be by ability. Donald Blair, ambitious failure. You know why they passed you up for Ogilvy? You don't want to be the principal of this place, you just want the power and the title. And they can see that in you, Donald. You don't fool anyone.
What the hell do you want, Maureen?
Money, darling. What do I always want?
Now, please leave.
Thanks. Oh, as a matter of minor interest, will you be home for dinner tonight?
Would you be sober enough to cook it?
Probably not.
Hi, Nora.
Oh, Dad.
Oh, you're all right.
Oh.
Nora, look, there's a beaut movie out the driving. How would you like to go to it with me?
What?
I said, how would you like to go to the driving with me?
It's a joke, isn't it? You're having a really good laugh.
I don't understand.
Who's going to ask me next, Peter or Barry? Why did you do it in alphabetical order?
What are you talking about?
Or did you draw lots and you lost?
Look, if you don't want to go, all right, but there's no need for all this fuss.
He told you to ask me, didn't he?
Nora, I wanted you to go to the driving with me. That's all.
What's all that about?
Look, Greg, if you don't want to take me to the drive-in, that's okay. But don't try to palm me off into Tony or to anybody else.
It wasn't my idea. He must fancy you. Should have gone. You wanted to see the movie, didn't you?
Thank you, Paul.
I don't think you two should be quite so friendly. Aren't you going into mortal battle in a couple of hours, fighting for the principles of truth and freedom?
Good Lord, I hope not. You make it sound terrifying, Glenn.
Oh, I don't think we'll come to blows, even if we do take our argument seriously.
And we do.
Oh, I sure hope so. It means a lot to some of those kids. They're taking a lot more notice of this debate than most.
Harry Collins is going to fight me on every point I make. I do hope I don't disappoint him.
I'm sure you won't. Mind you, I think part of Barry's purpose is to justify the girly magazine found in his locker.
I think you're wrong, Paul. He's a lot more serious than that.
Perhaps.
Haven't I got anybody on my side?
Oh, don't worry, Mary. If things get too tough, I'll turn up at the head of the U.S. cavalry.
Promise?
Just like General Custer.
He lost, didn't he?
Didn't I see Maureen in the corridor earlier?
Yeah, she just popped in.
I didn't get a chance to say hello. She was off like a streak of lightning.
She was late for an appointment. Not a very good timekeeper, my wife. Now, about this debate.
Yes, we're just wondering who is going to draw the first blood.
Yeah, I was just about to say. We must keep it under control. I've discussed it at length with Mr. Ogilvy, and what I suggest is that we make the formal proposition that censorship and its retention are a necessary part of our society.
Fine, I'll oppose the motion, Mary.
Suits me.
Yeah, I've kept it that general so we don't get sidetracked into any particular areas.
You mean pornography?
Yeah, knowing that, Lotta's the only one to be interested in. So, if you're happy with this, Mary will propose the motion, Father Paul will oppose. Come in.
I hope you'll pardon this intrusion, but I've got to get what's on my mind off my chest.
Has it got anything to do with the debate, Hubbard? I don't
Aye, it's about the debate you're having. I think it's disgraceful that these children of ours should be subjected to out-and-out filth. When I was with the 8th Army in Benghazi, we saw lots of this sort of thing. But that was different. That was wartime. There's no need for it now.
That's not what we're trying to do, Mr. Hubbard.
I have a pretty good idea of what's going on, Father, and I think it's degenerate. He's dragging the good name of this school through the mud. If the principal was here, he wouldn't allow it.
Mr. Ogilvy sanctioned the debate himself, Hubbard.
The worst thing of all about it, Father, is that you, a man of the cloth, should lend your name to it.
Well, have you finished?
Aye, I have. That's what I came to say, and I've said it. And you can do what you like about it.
Well, Mary, you were wondering who was on your side.
Yes.
Tony. I'm sorry about what I said.
Oh, forget it, Laura. I'm used to it.
I made a real fool of myself, didn't I?
Don't worry. I do that all the time.
Well, if you want, I'd like to go to the drive-in with you.
For real?
Yeah.
Friday night suit you?
Fine.
Oh, that's great.
Han, what do you think of that? Wow! Far out, where'd you get it? Oh, just something I found to support our case in the great
All right, now
censorship
settle
debate.
down, get your places. Right. Now, this debate will be no different than any other class debate. We will, however, dispense with seconders. That way we can reach the open discussion stage earlier. Censorship is a serious topic. All those with grubby little minds who think it isn't can leave now and do a 10-page essay on the subject. Very well. The motion is that censorship and its retention is a necessary part of our society. Thank you. All right. Now, speaking for the motion, we welcome Miss Mary Dunstan, our English teacher. Opposing the motion, Father Paul Kennedy. Miss Dunstan will speak first.
Censorship is an essential part of our whole way of life.
Hello, what are you doing here then? Why'd you down to the class with the rest of them?
Because the whole thing disgusts me, Mr. Hubbard.
Does it now?
Yes. Almost makes me sick just to think of it. And don't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not.
Oh, I wasn't going to, lass. It seems like you and me are the only two in this school who knows what's decent. Look, why don't you give me a hand to take some books down to Mr. Ogilvy's office, eh? Come on.
And so surely we must agree there is a continuing need for censorship in our society. And the decision to censure a wide range of human activities is what defines society. Without this, we have anarchy. With it, carefully administered, we have the basis of all civilization.
Thank you, Miss Dunstan. Now, to oppose the motion, Father Paul Kennedy.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Barry.
Before Father Kennedy speaks, may I ask Miss Dunstan a couple of questions?
There'll be time for questions later.
Oh, I know that, sir, but I think they'll have some bearing on what Father Kennedy says.
All right, but make it quick.
Thank you, sir. Miss Dunstan, I think you've cheated.
Now, Collins.
Explain what you mean, Barry.
Well, miss, you've given us a defence of forms of censorship that not many people would argue with. Most of us agree that we have to censor killing people and driving cars badly and so on. All of us agree that we have to have laws. But you've hardly mentioned the things we disagree about.
What things, Barry?
Well, the books we read, the films we see, and all of that.
No doubt some kinds of magazine.
Well, yes, sir, magazines. The way censorship is used to defend an outdated morality. These are things you haven't even mentioned.
But that's only a small aspect of the whole idea of censorship, Barry.
Yeah, but it's the bit that affects us most.
All right, Collins, before you go off and do a 3-hour speech, it's Father Kennedy's turn. But before then, you'll apologise to Miss Dunstan.
It's all right, Mr. Blair. This is an open discussion, and Barry has the right to say what he thinks. He may even be right.
Right. Opposing the motion, Father Paul Kennedy.
Watertown High School? Oh, was that you, Mr. Ogilvy? Ah, it's Hubbard here, sir. Aye, sir. Well, of course, sir. I don't blame you, sir. Right, I'll attend to it right away, sir. Of course. Goodbye, sir. It was Mr. Ogilvy on the phone.
I thought he'd gone to Glenford.
Aye, well, that's where he's calling from. And he's in the right mood, I can tell you. Looks like he went all the way over there for nothing. It seems like that phone call he got this morning was a hoax.
I do not believe the state should legislate on private morality.
Yes.
There are certain standards of behaviour that I would hope people would strive for, but I don't believe anyone can order them. They must come from within and be the conscious choice of the individual.
But how can a priest say that?
Just because I put my collar on the wrong way round doesn't mean I surrender the right to think.
But you do have to obey the rules.
We all have to obey rules, Sue. This far I agree with Miss Dunstan. Where I would differ is to question whether the certain rules should be there.
But that's not the point, Father. The church has authority over you.
In some cases, yes.
Wait a minute.
But only because I've chosen to accept the authority. In other cases, I am free to exercise my choice. I'm free to express my opinion on whatever subject I choose, providing I don't contradict my faith.
But are you competent to do so, Father?
What do you mean, Barry?
Well, you're arguing against censorship and Miss Dunstan is for it. But isn't the real issue who has the right to decide what is good or bad?
Go on.
For example, who has the right to decide if a movie is our certificate or okay for kids? If a book should be banned or a photograph for that matter? You know, I think both Father Kennedy and Miss Dunstan would clarify their arguments for and against censorship by taking a look at this photograph, for instance. Should it be banned? Is it good? Or is it evil? Miss Dunstan. Father Kennedy?
Where did you get this?
The cast and crew choose to stay at Noah's hotels right around our strip and drive Avis Rent-A-Car. Avis, your other car. Furniture supplied by S&M.
The class of 74. The class of 74. The class of 74. The class of 74. The class of
This has been a Reg Grundy production for the Channel 7 Network.